Tomato potato psyllid, or TPP, was detected on Australian soil in February 2017, when it was found in the Perth region in Western Australia. Since then, industry bodies and state governments have been working together to coordinate the response to the incursion. InfoVeg and the Department of Primary Industries and Regional Development Western Australia are working towards minimising the effects of TPP, both in WA and throughout the rest of the country.
I have two tasks, and they are to develop a national management plan, and the second one is to develop a national research and development plan.
My role is to oversee the transition management plan, making sure that everyone's on track and knows what they have to deliver, and facilitating the steering committee for the transition management plan.
The transition to management plan is the second step on from eradication. So if an exotic pest is found anywhere in Australia, the first step is that there is a review to consider eradication. That was done very early on in terms of the tomato potato psyllid, and within weeks it was recognised that in fact it was very widespread and eradication would be impossible. As a result, a transition to management plan was commenced.
The transition to management plan will see the Australian potato, vegetable, tomato and nursery industries work together to ensure the effects of TPP are minimal. The plan includes surveillance components such as yellow sticky traps to look for signs of CLso, the bacterium that causes zebra chip disease and is carried by TPP.
The transition to management plan is trying to deliver some positive outcomes for the industry following the detection of the tomato potato psyllid. Included in the plan is surveillance components, research components, communications components and industry adaptive management plans. The outcomes we're looking for in the surveillance is to determine the status of CLso for Australia. That's a really important national outcome, and we've collected over 9,000 psyllids without detecting CLso, and we hope to be able to finish that surveillance and provide a status update and confirmation that we haven't detected CLso.
The transition to management plan also focuses on research to assess the best ways to manage TPP and control its spread across the country. This research makes use of studies previously conducted in New Zealand and will continue to be undertaken after the transition to management plan concludes.
The research component for TPP focuses on outcomes for biological control and chemical control. Now, in terms of the research that's been undertaken and still being done, there's work on biological assays, looking at some different insects that will potentially predate on the different stages of the TPP. There's also some chemical assays that are occurring. Now, this is all lab work. In the time frame of the transition to management, it's very difficult to do a large amount of field work, so this is all lab work. Again, that'll feed into a really good research program.
Certainly the experience that's come out of New Zealand is it's a holistic approach, planting the crop, looking at how we can use beneficial insects at the early part and then how to manage it through the crop stage, how we desiccate the crop, how we ensure that there's no sprouting occurring to minimise reinfestations. It's about a whole of management approach. The best way they can be prepared is to monitor. This particular little insect, it's not very big, it's only 1.5 millimetres long. Once they find it, then it's about how best to manage it, and that doesn't mean necessarily heavy-duty spraying from the outset.
Following the conclusion of the transition to management plan, members of the potato, vegetable, tomato and nursery industries will be provided with information to enable them to be prepared in the event TPP spreads to other parts of Australia and ensure they have adequate knowledge to deal with the pest should this occur.
So the current focus of the transition to management plan is delivering the third round of surveillance. We've also got some research still going, we've got the communications, and we're almost at the point we're going to try and deliver the industry adaptive management plans to industry. It'll focus the research on what needs to be done to help the industry cope with the new pest that's been found in Australia. We're really focusing on delivering this as a national benefit, given that it's a nationally funded plan.
For more information on the industry's efforts to minimise the spread and effects of the tomato potato psyllid, please visit ausveg.com.au/biosecurity or get in touch with National TPP Coordinator Alan Nankervell at info@ausveg.com.au. This video was produced in collaboration with the Department of Primary Industries and Regional Development, Western Australia. InfoVeg TV is funded by Hort Innovation, using the vegetable and potato research and development levies and contributions from the Australian Government. Hort Innovation is the grower-owned, not-for-profit research and development corporation for Australian horticulture.